We still haven't found that one fucking picture.
Beatrice and Courtney May. Clark, can you swing another test against Bonnie's DNA?
This time I'll be sure to have them verify both samples in person.
Yeah, good work, Clark. 1 week later!
Using the family tree you filled out, as well as DNA tests, we were able to uncover the truth behind all the inconsistencies. Clark's handling the business, but I've come to thank you and fill you in on everything we've
Alright, here's where we find out if it's true or not.
It's been one heck of a week. Actually, that's an understatement. It's not every week you discover your family company is being sabotaged by someone they trusted. But that's the kind of time we've been having. Like I said, buckle up. Maybe
fucking Guy. Everyone's fucking Guy. Let's start with Guy.
Ridiculous number of potential children. What shocked me is how many graduated from potential to confirmed.
Okay, so both of these?
We can even prove he was aware of them. The smoking gun was how he used company money to pay off a lot of women.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He hid it with a method inspired by his idol, Elias. 5-piece flavors. The flavors he was paying to research were a ruse.
Checks out.
He developed flavors based on the initials of the women he was paying. Which was
oh my god.
Stupid, considering one of their names started with X.
That's amazing. I never picked up on that.
Let's start with Christine. Guy was paying her under the name Caviar, but there were some other clues. James was born 9 months after Zach's party.
Yeah.
Christine was there with Guy, and when she got pregnant, she panicked. Steve stepped up. He even turned it into one of his
we knew that.
Stories. Not all of Guy's affairs led to offspring. He may have slept with Robin Martin, but she didn't have children, so we'll never know.
We picked that and picked up on that.
Also, not every child of Guy's affair partners were his. Robert Garland was born after his parents had already moved.
Got it! I got it!
Skipping Beatrice for now. Up next is Lang Xin-yu. When Guy showed up in China, she was into America. And Americans. Dare I say redheads, even? When she got pregnant, her father paid key genes to fake IVF.
Got this
They
one
claimed
too.
Her sister was unable to conceive. But her sister and Jerry had their own son, Mark.
Bingo. Got it.
Sonia Alves was soon after. Nia was married at a very young age to a much older husband.
I didn't even find that
She
one.
resented him. I don't blame her. They allegedly spent no time together in private. Guy was in Brazil during Christmas 1979. It's the only Christmas not in the records.
Yep.
Flavio was born 9 months later, and like the others, Guy started paying
We figured.
Sonia.
Yeah, we figured that was the case.
Last was Susan Ford, hired to translate for Guy's overseas trips. It's easy to read into Guy's donation to her school, but there's no definitive proof there. She and Guy were witnessed together near the end of his life. Susan's husband was convinced he couldn't be the father of her daughters. Guy, though, paid double. The price of twins.
Yep. Bingo.
So, what about 5Ps? Felix Fellow's mother, Joanna, doesn't have a 5 pieces flavor.
So 5Ps is not!
His story doesn't really add up. His mother already left the company by the time Guy became president, and his lyrics indicate he was born sometime around 1975. Alone, that wouldn't necessarily prove it.
Fuck.
But there are some suspicious connections.
I didn't find any connections between them, but I don't...
They both grew up in Portland, in foster care. And according to the local paper, they definitely
Fuck!
knew one another. Ruby was the one who approached the Roottrees to begin with.
Fuck!
It was all a setup.
How did I not pick up on that? Shit.
Ruby and Felix saw my book's challenge to the Clancet Trust as an opportunity. His mother really had worked for Roottree. And Ruby was a respected lawyer. She exploited my family's greed, worked her way.
I knew there was something up with Ruby, but I never put it all together.
Felix got a piece. But they made some mistakes along the way. If you look at the 2 DNA tests that Ruby handled, they were both supposedly tested against Bonnie Hudson. But the 2 signatures that should both represent Bonnie don't match. After Clark and I confronted her, Ruby lawyered up. Ironic, I know.
Whoops.
We suspect Ruby had Donatico test Felix against his own mother's DNA. He had a hairbrush of hers. They sent the female sample in remotely. On the second test, Bonnie's sample was...
I should have been more suspicious of Felix.
Was not.
Damn.
Ruby's been throwing away samples. We think she sent her own hair instead of Courtney May's, but it could have been anyone's.
Yep.
Ruby and Felix were in cahoots. As for why, they were both advocates of wealth redistribution. A noble effort. But once they controlled the family fortune, they became just as greedy as the worst members of my family. The money corrupted them. They were so eager to personally wield the wealth for their own cause that they sabotaged any other claims.
Damn. I fucked that one up.
That finally brings us to Anonymom, aka Beatrice Watts. Her tales of guys, parties, and payoffs were true. She even approached Ruby before
we knew that.
5 Days was on news time. Ruby used Beatrice's truths to make Felix's lies feel real, then ruined the DNA test so that Beatrice looked phony in the public court of opinion. I feel worst for her in all of this.
Yep, she got fucked over multiple times. Courtney May! Obviously, guy's child. Look at her.
While Ruby and Felix stole the show, there were some other potential new family members as well. Miracle Roottrees was less of an open and shut case. That said, it's very likely he had a...
Yeah, but which one?
Not Stuart. Mary Beth adopted him before she ever...
Yeah, that's what I thought. The second one definitely is.
Mark. The timeline fits.
Yep.
He showed up about 9 months after Mary Beth visited Miracle. And the basket baby story is a bit too convenient. If that's not enough on its own...
Yeah.
He was also bailed out by the sister of Edith Roottrees, Miracle Jr.'s wife, after she changed her name to win that silly contest. Our best guess is that Mark was told by his mother whose son he was, and used that fact to put some pressure on Miracle Jr. We have no real proof of that, but nothing else really makes sense for why they get connected in that
it
way.
made no sense. So not Stuart, but Mark, yeah.
Elias's affair was the most ambiguous. Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias to do things he wouldn't have otherwise done, like pressure to include me in the family. My son even mentioned them arguing about someone named Beth.
F.
Combined with Gwyneth's lisp, it's possible the name was actually
Elias, please remember them.
Unfortunately, all we know about Bess Williams is that she wrote his book and died not long after, leaving her only son an orphan. The timeline fits with Wildcat, but there's no record if she had any other relationship. Honestly, I wouldn't say we had enough evidence either way. I wouldn't be surprised if Elias cheated. Of course, I'm a bit biased. Regardless, we haven't gotten in touch with any of the Williams clan yet.
I think it's pretty
That means
likely.
We haven't been able to do a DNA test. As Clark mentioned, from here on out, all of our DNA tests will be in person for both parties.
As they should be. Maybe?
Lastly, we have a bit of a curveball. Ron Roottrees isn't related to us by blood. Gwyn was definitely pregnant, so it's likely Robbie is.
Holding a baby and visibly pregnant.
When Ron and Robbie went to visit their mother at the end of her life, something changed. Additionally, there have been a few rumors circling around Ron. RR Productions canceled the Guys Like Us remake
Yeah.
due to the director's illness.
Does he have Huntington's?
At the same time,
Does that mean...
Ron's wife Penelope began doing benefits for Huntington's disease, stating that she had become familiar.
Yeah, we read that.
Huntington's is the same disease that Gwyn's former co-star Leslie Florence had. It's passed from parent to child. It can't skip a generation.
Okay.
Because Gwyn and Wild Bill didn't have Huntington's, and Ron seems to.
Okay, so we got the sons mixed up. Ron's the one who's not the
At the end of her life, Gwyn
first
told
child.
Ron the story. Leslie and Bill had an affair the same year Leslie learned she had Huntington's. Leslie got pregnant. Leslie wasn't likely to survive to see her child grow up. And even if she did,
Okay,
she didn't
okay.
want to be a burden. She
So we got
begged
that
Wild Bill
mixed
to
up. We got it the wrong way around. But we were right that one of them was not
Mere weeks after she found out she was having her own son, she also took in Ron. Wild Bill was a problem. Unreliable and a serial adulterer. Gwyn divorced him and never saw him again. Gwyn had already told Starlet she was pregnant, so it never really made waves when people saw her with a child in Paris. There was gossip during her divorce when she was discovered to be pregnant again. In actuality, it was the final months of her only pregnancy.
interesting.
To lay low, she stayed in Paris long enough that even her own family never had reason to question the timeline. It's
Interesting.
one heck of a story, and frankly, nobody could be expected
We did not
to
piece the
survive
timeline
it,
together.
Not with what few mentions of Gwyn's past have survived. But the Huntingtons itself,
Okay, so we got them mixed up.
that's proof.
So Ron's not a Roottrie, but Robert is. Okay.
Ron suing Robbie to remove him from the Clancet Trust was a huge moment in my story, and a major catalyst for this entire investigation. Finding out that it's been pretty much backwards this
Yeah,
whole time has
that's a
been
bit of a surprise.
surreal. So that's where we're at. Looking over the information you sent us was useful. Without your tree, I'm not sure we would have ever discovered Ruby. All this information, this entire story. It's a lot.
That is really tricky stuff to figure out.
Some of it has the potential to destroy marriages and ruin relationships. We're handling it all very, very carefully. But we couldn't have gotten here without you. And with that, I guess our tale has finally, truly come to an end.
Fucking guy.
What a strange one it was. No words can express how grateful I am to you for untangling this mess. Honestly, I've had enough of my family's eccentricities and scandals for one lifetime. I imagine you have as well.
No, give me more.
And if not, well, there's always Elias's and Gwyneth's brothers and sisters.
We did it! We finished The Roottrees Are Dead. We're gonna skip the credits. What a blast. What a blast. It was fun seeing all the clues that I missed. Set icon and see detailed credits for each song. It's Lucas Pope. It's fun seeing the logic I was supposed to use for some of these that I did not figure out. What are these lyrics? Alright, well, that is The Roottrees Are Dead. And we're done. We're done. We've beaten the game. We've beaten New Game Plus. We did good. We did good. I think we did good. We did pretty well, in all honesty.